Hey everybody, we're back for our third installment on Dog Talk with Schoolboy. Welcome to our channel. We're happy once again that you're all tuned in with us to continue our dog father, dog daughter talk. I want to say thank you to all who watch, contribute, donate, and participate. Thank you for keeping the breed alive. We're excited to show our knowledge of the game and our journey to share and teach all our following. I want to remind you to turn on your notification button. Stay tuned in. If you want to donate or have questions, contact Richard Garcia Schoolboy, YouTube, Facebook, Insta. He's on everything. And as always, our dog shop is always open. Shirts, books, and we have a lot more coming that we'll talk about next time. Here's Schoolboy himself.
Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in to the vid, and I'm happy to be here with my baby, Schoolbaby.
Okay, let's start off with, let's see, so I thought of this the other day. What's the best combo that you've had with an older dog man?
Older guy?
Mm-hmm.
I would say Jerry Bean for this reason, and I didn't know him back in the day. He's an old timer, you know, and he knew. He goes as far back as Bob Wallace and those guys back then. He was mentored by Cecil Pons. If you guys research, you'll see them names. You know, they're pretty well known throughout the history of the breed. You know, and the reason I say the best combo is he is just a good person, man. Good dog man, top notch, family man, honest. You know, ready with the information, stories. Humble, forthright, you know, just a good person, and they do that. You know, I had the video of the old timers get together. That's what I call it. I forget what they call it, but I've been there a couple of times. Jerry's there. We always talk. You know, he wanted my keep, so I sent him my keep just to check it out. He liked it, you know, and you know, we stay in contact on the phone, and hopefully this year we'll do it again and have that get together.
Yeah.
But that's what made it a good combo. We're just a good people, and that's the kind. He's good.
And how long have you known him for?
Just a few years.
Just a few years. Yeah.
I met him like probably 4 or 5 years ago, you know, and we just hit it off, you know.
And how long has he been in the game?
He's retired now, but this is going back to the 50s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 60s, you know.
Dang, that's
Yeah,
a long time.
time.
That's a long time.
He's 80 something. God bless his wife who just passed away. And you know, he's just that's what I admire most about him. Great dog man, but outside of that, just a great person altogether. Great father, grandfather, all that stuff, you know.
Yeah.
My kind of people.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
our combos, you know, have been good. He was the one who told me, like, you know, back in the day they used to bring him in too thin, too dry, too dried out, dehydrated, you know, and it looked like a couple of old men wrestling around. That's why a lot of those matches back then went a long time, you know, 2-3 hours. He liked them like me with a little more weight on them. They have more strength, more mouth, like that, you know. So we agreed on a lot of different things, and you know, he's always there with information. Anything I ask him, he'll answer it if he can.
Oh, good.
You know? Just good people.
Yeah.
But that's probably the best, you know, combo.
And this question was from the school kid, which is my brother, my oldest brother. What was your favorite litter?
My favorite litter, best litter, would probably be Champion Bill to Lucy. Champion Bill was sired by Big Red out of Sissy. I don't know if you remember Sissy.
I do.
Was buckskin.
Yes.
And Lucy was sired by Broad's Champion Ninja out of Miss Rowdy, which is Big Red's sister.
Yeah.
Remember Miss Rowdy?
Yes.
Okay. That litter only had 4 pups in it, and I mentioned this before in posts, videos, and all that. All 4 were good dogs. All 4 were game. All 4 were winners. There were 2 males and 2 females, 2 reds and 2 buckskin. Billy Jr., who won 2 and lost in 2.5 hours. He was one of the males. The other male was Hammer, and your Uncle Frank won with Hammer. He beat a 4-time winner named CJ. Condition and handled by Cutter. Hammer won in 1 hour 40 minutes. That was a famous San Francisco show. That was our last show.
Last show. I remember.
Yeah.
Not the famous one.
Yeah, yeah. The 2 females were Kay and Bambi. Now I forget which one was yours, but you either named Kay or Bambi. Bambi was yours?
Bambi.
Okay,
Yeah.
she was the red one. She ended up winning.
She looked like a skinny-legged little deer.
Yeah.
My dad was like, "Oh, I didn't name her," and I was like, "She looks like Bambi," because she was always at the top of like the hill in the back. She looked just like Bambi. She had a little round body and the little skinny legs.
That's her.
Yeah.
Yeah, she became a 2-time winner, and then Kay was the Buxton one. She became a champion. That was towards the end of the my career, so all their wins were done by other people except for Hammer. I was there when he won. That's how I recouped my money. I had lost before that same convention. I lost, and then Hammer won, and I recouped everything I had lost plus more because I bet everything I had on him. But the other 3, Frankie won 2 with Bambi, Joey won 3 with Kay, and Rudy won 2 and lost 1 with Billy Jr. And Billy Jr. was Richie's dog.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. So that would be my best litter.
Okay. Out of all the methods of conditioning, how did you figure out which was best for you?
Trial and error. I say this a lot, is I didn't get a lot of help.
Yeah.
And that was normal back in the day. Guys didn't give out information. They didn't help you. A lot of times if they did give you information, it was wrong. They did it on purpose, right? They weren't very helpful. I understand it. Competitors, they don't want to do that. They don't want to help people. So I just put it in my head, well, I'll learn myself.
Yeah.
Anybody can do this. Because in my mind, not to be disrespectful, but that fool can do it. I can do it.
Yeah.
I've
seen
he's
him.
not a rocket scientist.
Yeah, I know you.
And neither am I.
Yeah.
So what I tell people is I can do it, you can do it, and I'm willing to share it. And even back then, I would share stuff. It didn't matter because in my mind, it's still me against you, even if we have the same information.
Yeah.
And it's still my dog against your dog.
Yeah.
We're going to find out who's better.
Yeah.
Today, So it's that kind of attitude. And that's one of the reasons I help people is because I didn't get any help.
Yeah.
And again, it's not to disrespect. I understand why they do that. But when you start thinking, I have a secret and I know more than you and I know something you don't know, that's BS.
Yeah.
No, anything can be learned. There ain't no secrets. There might be stuff you're not going to share or you don't want to tell people.
Trying to gatekeep little secrets.
Yeah, like that. But they'll learn it. They'll learn
yeah, for sure.
And they might learn something better.
Yeah.
They might learn something different that they're not going to turn around and share with you. Whether you care about it or not doesn't matter. But for me, the more information, the better. And what it has a tendency to do is up the competition.
Yeah.
People just keep getting better and better
Yeah.
and better and better. It's one thing if you go and you blow people out and you beat them real easy, this and that, and they're not that good and their dogs ain't that good. There's no glory in that. There's no satisfaction in that.
There's no competition in that either.
Yeah,
you're not
exactly.
really going against the best. You're just going against them. Oh, you won that guy and that guy and this
guy you
and
can
this
beat,
guy.
right?
Yeah.
And there's people that do that, They look at the money and I win and all that. Don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
I look at it, I want the best dogs.
Yeah.
I want to be the best or among the best.
Yeah, at least
right?
among them.
Yeah. Yeah, at least.
Yeah.
So,
top five.
Yeah. So, because doing it the other way, at some point, it's all going to come crashing down. You ain't that good. Your dogs ain't that good.
Yeah.
You don't know that much. So, when the competition is up there and competitive at a high level, the wins mean something. The losses, you're going to learn from them.
Yeah.
You're going to fix it and get better. And any competitor will tell you that, whatever sport it is.
Yeah.
That there's some that you know they want the easy wins or they like them or this or that or they'll embellish them. Oh yeah, it was this. Nah.
Yeah.
You know, but that was the whole my method of doing it. Just trial and error, hands on, get into it, understand. You know, we grew up with animals. You know.
Yeah.
I had dogs my whole life. We had, you know, thought they had cattle and all that. You know, horses. We worked on the ranch, all that stuff. Pigs, all that, chickens. So you have a feel for animals. You get an understanding for them. And a dog, you know, once you understand the breed, what it's about, then it makes it easier for you to put whatever knowledge you have and whatever knowledge you gain to effect with the dog.
Yeah.
So.
And your first win.
First win.
Yeah, your first
okay,
win.
My first win was my second match. First, quote unquote, official, contracted, they're called, you know.
Mm-hmm.
My first match I lost. I lost with Molly, Bolio female, in 37 minutes. I lost to a 4-time winner from Benny named, what was her name? Lady, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
But my second win was a little dog I got from Ronald Boyle, Ronnie. You weren't born yet?
I was going to say, I've never heard this story before.
Yeah. So yeah.
This one's new to both of us.
Yeah. Only Richie was born at that time. So I got him. I went into a real good guy, in fact. Him and his father used to call themselves Sads and Suds. And they were professional stock car racers too, Mark and his dad. And he had a little, I think it was like Bishop Hilliard stuff and Bolio, maybe some Snooty, the Carl Mims stuff. A dog named, what was his name? I forget his name. Anyways, it was Ronnie's first match.
Mm-hmm.
And I had schooled him out. He was a good dog. I put as much effort in it as I could, and Ronnie won in 40 minutes. That was my first win.
Yeah.
Jester was the dog's name. Little brindle dog. He could bite good, man. He cut Ronnie shredded his front leg and stuff. Ronnie didn't care. Like it didn't mean nothing to him. You know?
Yeah.
He just took it. And he just kept the pressure on. Speed, wrestling like the Bolio dogs do.
Yeah.
Kept fighting, you know, throwing blows,
Yeah.
punches like that. And the handling started, and Jester quit. That was my first win. I was real proud. That was a good feeling. Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a funny story from the past?
Let's see. Yeah. We're in, remember Roque?
Yeah. I do.
Yeah, years and years ago, we're at a convention in Mexico, and in my opinion, of all the places I've been to, different convention, as far as being a host and the quality competition and the number of matches and the location, all that stuff, for me, his were the best, right? So we're in Morelia, beautiful city. It's my favorite city to visit in Mexico, not just because of the dogs, you know, and I haven't been there in years, but it's just a beautiful city.
Yeah.
People are nice.
Yeah.
When you go there, first time I went there, they have a section where, you know, the middle of town, people go and they have, it's almost like a carnival atmosphere.
Yeah.
They have vendors selling stuff and kids and running around, and there's restaurants and party and all this stuff, right? But I would always see, like, if there was an older lady there, it'll be a young guy on her arm.
Yeah.
Like a grandson or a nephew or
They
son.
didn't walk alone.
Older guy, there would be a young girl
Yeah.
on his arm, while helping him walk and stuff. You see that a lot, you know. Whether it was his daughter or his granddaughter.
Just manners, tradition,
yeah, like that.
respect.
You know? So I thought it was real cool. So we're at this show, and your Uncle Frank's in it too, right?
Theo Frank.
Theo Frank. He's like the third match or the fourth. I forget what it was, but at some point, the corners were like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
One dog here, one
Yeah.
dog there. So these two dogs are going at it, right? The handling starts, and I forget how many scratch or whatever, first or third, whatever it was, right? The guy on this end cuts his dog loose, scratches his dog.
Yeah.
He runs over, runs past the dog, jumps out, and takes him off. Takes off running. He leaves, right? So, okay.
Like, hey!
It's all right, yeah. It's all right. I don't even think they chase it. They just let him go.
Yeah, just let him go.
Chingada que te va la chingada. So next show's up, right?
I've never heard this story either.
Yeah.
No, I've never heard it.
Next match is up, right?
Yeah.
Same thing. Guys are like that. Dogs are going at it. Hanley starts. This guy, it's his turn to scratch. Cuts his dog loose. He runs over, jumps out, and takes off.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Back to back like that,
Yeah.
right? So Theo Frank's up next, right?
Yeah.
What does he do? The corners were like this.
Yeah.
He comes in, he changes them.
Yeah.
I ain't going that. And he was on this side, right? So
Yeah.
instead of being on this side, he just, and they're
Yeah.
going, what are you doing? I ain't want that corner. That corner.
That
jinked."
corner.
So he switched them like that, And then they went like that. And after that, no dog jumped. They kept it that way.
Yeah.
No dog jumped out. But it was a trip. That was funny. That was a good one. I remember that one.
That's typical that would happen to Theo
Yeah,
Frank too.
yeah.
It's like, dang it, I almost had it.
Yeah.
I have another question too.
Yeah.
When that happens, do they like
He lose.
I was gonna say they
Anytime-
lose, no?
Anytime they leave on their own, they
Yeah.
want to leave. Like some will just get scared and just jump out.
Yeah.
Right. Some will get, sometimes the dog, they'll be balled up or they'll be rolling around, right, and they'll fall over the side, and the referee just grabs them and puts them back in,
Yeah.
right, and it's like that. But if a dog lets go, runs away, or he cries and runs away or whatever, takes off, leaves, it's over.
Oh, you know what? I just thought of one right now. What's that? Just for my mind. What's the hardest judgment call you've ever had to make? Because I know you've been judging for years. I was just thinking about that. You know
that's
what I
a
mean?
good one. That's a good one.
What's
because
what's
the
one
guy-
of the hardest judgments that you've had? Just like I was like the grit of your teeth, the point.
Yeah.
Because I know you don't pick sides. If it don't matter if it's Theo Frank or your or
no,
somebody.
it's good you brought
know what
that
I
up
mean?
because this involved a guy just like Jerry B, nicest guy, family guy, good people. Always supported me. He saw Big Red when he lost, calls him real game. He's seen a lot of the Mr. Rowdy and Clayton Blood, a lot of the dogs. Jose, just good people.
Yeah.
I think it was Jose because I talked to him later about it. But the two females are going at it.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty even, right?
Yeah.
But we're at the house, right?
Yeah.
The crowd is just screaming loud.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You couldn't really hear that good, right? And when you scratch, what you do is you take the dogs to the corner, you hand them, take it to the corner, you wait, face in the corner 25 seconds, then the referee says face your dogs. They face them up again, and he makes you count 5 more seconds. So in total, they're 30 seconds in the corner.
Okay.
So 25 seconds faced away, face your dogs, 5 more seconds, you say release your dog, whoever's turn it is to scratch, lets his dog go.
Okay.
Because of the crowd, he couldn't hear.
Oh.
So when I said face your dogs, right?
Yeah.
And I started the last 5-second count,
Yes.
because you can't let them go till the referee says release your dog.
Yeah.
When I started counting down the 5 seconds, the last 5 seconds, he let his dog go.
Oh no.
And that's a foul.
That's a foul.
And the guy goes, foul, like this and that. And what I did, rather than just call right, I went up to the guy and I said, do you want the win on a foul? And he goes, yeah. And I said, okay, you're out.
Yeah.
In retrospect, maybe what I could have done is say, hey, too loud, that's not fair. You're going to have to scratch again, back to back, right? Because it was so loud, people screaming, you couldn't hear, And even though you know the rules, and you start counting, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
He thought I was counting to 10. Counting his dog out, so he cut his dog loose. And, I apologize. Even years later, I talked to him, no, Richard, it's all right. That's the rule.
Yeah.
That's the way it was. But I just felt so bad that maybe if I'd have been quicker at thinking, I could have said, okay, you're going to scratch again because,
Yeah. I don't know if it was quick thing. Maybe
Yeah,
you'd had more
yeah.
experience.
Yeah, well,
it was
I
a
was
long-
experienced.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, I should have known.
Well, sometimes you try to.
Yeah.
Well, you're
But
probably trying to make a.
Yeah, the rules
a
don't
rule.
call for that.
Okay.
Right? The rules are straight like that. There's
Yeah.
no, maybe this or give a warning like that. A lot of people would do that. But you got to talk about that beforehand. Do you want to give one warning and then call a foul, or
Yeah.
do you want to you can change them like that. None of that was done. It was just that's the way it is.
Yeah.
And that's the rules, regardless of whether it's on purpose or by accident or an act of nature. A foul is a foul. A ruling is a ruling. That's the way it is. They're set and cut in stone. Now, some people, they do, well, I'm going to give you 2 warnings and then you're out.
And that's
like
it.
that.
Yeah.
But, the way the rules read, they don't read that way. You can change them any way you want. You can do that. That was cut and dried. But rather than just saying, okay, you're out, foul, I wanted to ask the other handler,
Yeah.
do you want the fight on a foul? He goes, yeah, okay. Nothing I can do about it.
Yeah.
Normally, there's not even that. You fouled out, you didn't make the count, this or that, it's over.
Yeah.
And another time, it was real close. Again, it was Theo Frank in Mexico years ago. And both dogs were scratching slow, barely making the 10 count. Theo Frank won, and the guy that lost, what happened is his dog was going slow over, walking over like that, right? 7, 8, 9. When I said 10, 8, 9, 10, his dog grabbed Theo Frank's dog. It was too late.
It was too late. Yeah.
Count was over.
It was done.
And he didn't get mad. He understood.
Yeah.
But that's how close it can be.
Yeah, for sure.
Kind of like you see boxing, the guy's on the ground,
racing,
knocked down.
It's a
down
hair.
to the wire.
Really,
Yeah, like that, right? At 8, 9, 10, you're out like that. If they're getting up, in boxing, you don't just have to stand up and make the count.
Yes.
You have to be ready to fight.
Yeah.
So that's why you see some guys, they'll go 8, 9, whatever, and the guy will stand up. He made it on 9.5 or even at the 10 count, but they'll call it off.
Yeah.
He's too hurt. He's not ready to go.
Yeah.
So the rules in boxing, you got to be ready to go.
You got to be ready to go. Yeah, for sure.
That's where that term scratching comes from, the scratch line. In boxing, in the 1800s, early 1900s, they had a scratch line, and it was a line in the middle of the ring, right?
Yeah.
And what happened was, or the ruling was, if you get knocked down, right, the round ends. You go to your corner. If you want to continue, you got to come up to scratch. So the fighter has to come and get ready behind that scratch line. Both of them do.
Yeah.
If you don't want to continue, you just stay in your corner. One guy comes up, he's ready to go. The other guy don't. It's over. This guy won. That's where that term scratching comes from the dog. But in that case, it was 8, 9, 10, boom, like that. It's over. And I called it, and that's what it was. The guy wasn't mad. He knew, they were both going slow.
Yeah.
Like that. And it was just a matter of who's gonna not make the count first. But yeah, those are kind of funny.
And I also want to bring up thank you for sharing all your stories all the time, Dad.
I love you.
I love you. And I want to talk about I want to just bring up the show the Confirmation Dog Show in Southern Cali.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to the Confirmation Dog Show people in Southern California on this April 22nd.
A couple of months. Everybody come out. It's going to be a good show. The crowd's building every year. We missed 1 or 2 shows during COVID, but we picked it up again last year. It's hosted by Alex Moreno. Good guy, good host. We always have a good time. A lot of them old timers will be there if you want to talk to them. West Coast people. Some people come from Texas. Some people come from. One guy came from far as Pennsylvania, Baja. From all over California, Nevada. Arizona. Mm-hmm. So we get a good crowd, and it's gonna build up.
There's a lot of merch, a lot of info, just a lot of good times, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of food, a lot of just different things. If you have more information on that, you can also contact my dad, and he'll be able to give you information to go and what there is, or if you even want to be involved in something, go ahead and call him and let him know and see what's up.
Yep.
So then I have another one for you. Recently,
Yeah.
you celebrated an anniversary.
With who?
I
did.
You did.
Mom?
You didn't forget this year.
Yeah, I didn't.
You did good.
I did. Thank
you
you.
did good. Yeah, you did good.
Yeah.
You and Mom have been together for 44 years.
44. Yeah.
44.
It was our 43, I think.
You've paid
Something
your
like
time.
that.
You've done your time.
Yeah, it was our 42nd wedding anniversary.
Yeah, 42nd one. Yeah, but you've been 44. Yeah.
Yeah.
42nd.
Yeah, 42nd. 42. Yeah.
Okay.
I had to ask her, but that.
Yeah.
I knew.
Please tell me.
Yeah.
So I'm sure, not
Yeah.
because I forgot.
Yeah.
What is your secret?
What is our secret?
What's your secret?
This is what I tell people too. It's not really a secret. It just, and I don't, there's a lot involved, Mija. You know that. You go
Yeah,
through
for
good
sure.
and bad and all that. But I tell people 3 things, right? Always tell the truth, even if it gets you in trouble, right? Don't lie because
We say that around here jokingly and for real.
Because it's liberating, you know. At least you know.
It is.
You might get yelled at, you might get in trouble, might cause a problem. This, and that, but at least you told the truth. It's out there. You ain't got nothing to hide, right? Good or bad, whatever comes from it, you're not a freaking liar, right? And to have to remember lies over and over, you know, years and like that, it'll screw with your head.
It's
you know what I mean?
excessive.
You can't remember your lies.
Yeah, for
so
sure.
if you tell the truth, you know, when it comes out, it's always the truth.
Yeah.
A lie, you're gonna, you know how women are, they remember.
Yeah.
14 years ago, you said that.
You said, yeah.
You liar.
Remember that one time you had said? Remember that one time you had said?
So for me, tell the truth even if it gets you in trouble.
Yeah.
Right? Communication.
Yes.
Always talk. You know me and Mom, we talk.
Yeah, yeah.
We just sit there talking. A lot of times it's just her talking.
Yeah.
And I listen.
Yeah.
You know? And I like looking at her. She's pretty and all that. And
yeah.
and trust.
Yeah.
You know? We're not the type, we never have been, you know, I'm going to look at your phone, who you're talking to, what do they say, let me check your letters, I'm going to go through your purse or your wallet. None of that, man. We've never been like that. She can go my way, even you.
Yeah.
Right? Hey, Dad, I'm going to go to the post office and that. You know where the card is. You know where everything's at.
I'm feeling like coffee.
Yeah. Like that. Go
Okay,
do it.
no.
Yeah. And the same with your mom. I don't go through her purse. I don't know what's in there.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't.
You never phone checked each other.
Nah.
Yeah. Pocket check, mother.
Yeah. And we always, whatever's happening during the day, we always talk about it, you know. Hey, where'd it go, this and that. You know, when you guys are out there, I call you, hey, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing like that? It's just to stay in communication.
Yeah.
Just not, a lot of times it's mess with your head.
Yeah.
You know, man, what's taking so long? And I don't care.
Yeah.
Half the time I don't know you're gone.
Yeah,
you know?
didn't even know.
Where's everybody at? I'll call you. You guys leave? Yeah. Yeah, we told you on the way out. Yeah, you know, but that's the main thing.
Yeah.
You know. Be honest, communicate, trust, like that. If you can do that, you'll last.
Yeah.
You know, because a lot of times as you get older, things, you know, that you thought were important, they're just petty shit. Don't even matter.
For sure.
It's not that important when you consider all the things that happen to a person or a family during their life. Little things like trust issues or money and stuff like that. It's petty. Nothing. So that's my advice. I've given that to several people. Hopefully it helped them. If not, that's me.
It's pretty basic, but I don't know. It would seem overlooked. Maybe when something's so easy and seen, it's like overlooked to just be like, I trust you or I don't trust you.
Yeah.
Like either I trust you love me or you don't love me.
Yeah.
Like there's no in between. Either you love me or you don't love me.
Like that.
Okay. So that's the ending of our third segment. We will be around for a fourth very soon. Thank you very much for continuing to keep with us and keep scratching, everybody.
Salute. Thank you.